Throughout his years as a student at Amesbury Public Schools, Brendan Morrissey stayed connected and gave back to his school and community. At Amesbury High School, Brendan played basketball and was an athletic trainer, a member of the ski club, and was always a part of school traditions. Brendan was known as a quick-witted, humble, and honest student. After graduating from AHS in 1986, Brendan attended the University of Massachusetts Amherst, where he was on the Dean's List, part of the French Honors Program, and a member of the varsity crew team.
Brendan was a very good student, academically. He hung there. He wasn't the star in the National Honor Society, but, he held his own with his counterparts. He just was a good guy. He was a good human being. Brendan wanted to do the best in a silent way, and he always did 110%.
He was a goofball in high school. So the fact that he's gone to achieve what he's achieved and basically, made an example of himself for everybody else is, I won't say shocking.
After graduating from UMass in 1991 with a Bachelor of Arts degree in economics, Brendan began his professional career in the tech field. Over the next 20 years, he worked for 7 different tech startup companies, including a fledgling company called Nextel Communications, getting in on the ground level when being connected and mobile was more of a concept or a luxury than the standard that it is today. Wherever he worked, Brendan was known for his calm under pressure, his honesty, and drive. His coworkers recall his excellent salesmanship, as well as his ability to lead and motivate teams. Brendan worked his way into higher positions in the growing tech field, gaining experience and respect among his peers.
Who would have thought that Brendan would become a salesman? Back in the day of Nextel on the West Coast, the two-way communication phone, and then all of a sudden be a co-founder of a multi-million-dollar business in North Carolina. What touched me is that my friend Brendan had an article in Forbes magazine. Brendan, the kid in the surfer shorts and the suntan, sailing on the lake.
In 2008, his entrepreneurial spirit took over, and Brendan looked for opportunities to grow his own business. In 2009, he began NetSertive in Raleigh, North Carolina. NetSertive's technology and services are aimed at helping product brands like Serta Mattresses, Sony, La-Z-Boy, Xerox, and Chrysler deliver fully brand-compliant digital marketing campaigns and capabilities with and through their retailer networks. Beginning with just a few employees, the company now employs hundreds. NetSertive has been recognized dozens of times for its innovation and growth. They were named in Inc. magazine's 500 fastest-growing companies 3 years in a row and ranked 128th fastest-growing company in Deloitte's Fast 500. In 2013, Google awarded NetSertive a distinctive Premier Partner Agreement, and in 2014, NetSertive was named Software Company of the Year by the North Carolina Tech Association. In the December 15 issue of Forbes magazine, Brendan was featured in a series of Forbes Insights, profiles of thought leaders changing the business landscape. Brendan was also invited to be a member of Google's Global Partner Executive Council.
He's always been in the forefront of everything. Like Brendan knew about and was working in the internet before anybody knew the internet was anything. Before the internet was cool, so to speak, right? He was in mobile before everybody had a mobile phone, So he was on the forefront of internet. He was on the forefront of mobile. Now with the company that he's founded, NetSertive, they're like trying to combine those two things so that it's mobile and it's advertising and it's internet and it's all of that together. And they're growing like gangbusters because he's been able to see that kind of opportunity before anybody else. That's one of the cool things about him.
Not only has NetSertive been recognized for its growth and innovation, but also for its positive work environment. In 2015, NetSertive was named 3rd out of 50 companies in the 2015 Triangle Business Journal's Best Places to Work. One of the ways that NetSertive does this is through the program NetSertive Gives Back. Under this program, employees are encouraged to donate their time to charities. Under the Volunteer Time Off program, NetSertive donates time for them to do it. Volunteerism is something that Brendan not only encourages his employees, but practices himself. Since 2009, Brendan has been involved with Band Together NC, a nonprofit music event that raises over $1 million annually to help charities. The organization credits Brendan with helping turn their vision into an executable strategic plan.
Brendan identified one of the areas in our organization where we were suffering, which was a little bit of burnout, putting on major events. And I had asked him, based on his business experience, how we could, one, keep people from burning out, and two, how we could onboard more of the younger generation, because we were getting older. We were about 10 years in or so, and his response to me was about creating something called friend raising, which I just loved. It was really about building social capital around the brand of Band Together, about getting younger folks together with some of the older folks. So there were some mentorship opportunities and learning, and certainly the social aspects of what we do, but doing it just in a fun way where we weren't trying to raise money and work like dogs all the time to save the world, where we could actually build camaraderie around smaller social events. And that was the very first meeting we had. And the best part of it is we executed on that. We took his vision, we brought it to life, and flash forward, 6 or so years later, we are still doing these social capital events that Brendan came up with.
In addition to running a cutting-edge tech company, Brendan is a loving husband to his wife, Kristen, and father to their 2 children. In his free time, he pursues adventures in sailboat racing, scuba diving, and has even summited Mount Kilimanjaro. Brendan is a terrific example of what can be achieved with an Amesbury education and a generous spirit.
He's a great family man. He's just an honest, genuine person. Like, he wants to do the things that are going to be best for him, but he doesn't even think about going out of his way to do the best for somebody else too. That's like, he's that kind of guy.
He's a terrific dad. He's a terrific businessman. He's a terrific leader. And his accomplishments are many.
He is someone who has used his social entrepreneurial spirit, his business acumen, his commitment to community, his sense of humor, his ability to see things strategically and help execute his ideas and vision with a great team of volunteers, people who don't get paid. The guy's a natural leader in the for-profit space, and we're just so glad you guys helped produce and mold this guy so that our community and Band Together can get some of that, the strong results that he delivers.
To recognize his cutting-edge accomplishments and dedication to his employees and community, AEFI welcomes Brendan Morrissey into its Hall of Honor.